Hello, nerds watching all over the internet. It is Thursday night. It is February 18th.
February 20th.
February 20th, and we're here for another exciting live edition of Wrestle Rewind. Welcome one, welcome all. Another Thursday night to talk about all the great things happening in the world of pro wrestling. We're talking matches, segments, title changes, OMG moments, returning icons, forbidden doors being opened, lines being crossed, portals that are prohibited being trespassing, and more. And guiding you in this journey is, of course, me, the host. I am Jose Casabona. I am also the host, the founder, executive producer, and content manager of the Ravens Flock. And on behalf of all of us, we appreciate all of you tuning in tonight. And joining behind the camera is the host of the Black Files, my type partner for Wrestle Wrewind, the man who puts in the hours behind all the videos on his channel every single week. A man who, honestly, I cannot understand how he could consume zero, I know why, but if you take that aside, the flavor, the taste of zero sugar soda is so weird.
Trust me, it's not by choice.
Oh, okay, well, I'm glad we share the same, we have that in common. Mr. Juan Arouse!
Thank you for that fine introduction, Jose, and don't you ever forget the Mr.
And much like all our other shows, folks, we are simulcasting on YouTube and Kick. So hit the subscribe or the follow button on the bottom right corner of your screen. Click the bell icon to enable notifications. Leave your questions and comments below. We'll answer as many as we can. And if you wish to go above and beyond to support the Ravens Flock, then you can become an inner flocker. And for $4.99 a month, you'll have access to all the perks that comes with our membership. Juan, tell them.
Well, for all the inner flockers we got in our chat, and I know we have plenty, go ahead and show off those lovely membership badges and custom emojis, letting everybody know that you're here to help rescue the Ravens Flock from the clutches of late-stage capitalism to become full-time streamers. Since 2013, we've been working hard, staying strong, making your voice our mission. The only thing standing in our way now is the fact that we have to work 9-to-5 jobs just to keep the lights on. However, there is a way that you can help solve this financial fiasco, this monetary mishap, this, we're fucking broke, okay? And the way you can help us with that is by continuing to share the Ravens Flock on all your social medias, as Jose is very, very, very ham-fistedly pantomiming here. Just share our content. Tell people, tell your friends, tell your loved ones, tell everyone you know in your life, and those folks that you don't know about how we've been working to make your voice our mission.
Hell, shout it over to the heavens. I really like your dress. Also, you should subscribe to the Ravens Flock.
No!
Come on!
No!
Ah! Hey, man, look, I'm going to go check them out on YouTube.
Yeah, just like I said, just share our content, let people know what we're all about, and before you know it, we'll have enough inner flockers with among all the subscribers that we have, and we'll become financially independent in a way that will actually free us up to make this channel everything that is ever aspired to be and more. With your help, we can and will succeed. You also get access to members, first and members only content, a special discount to our merch store, link in the description below. And you get access to all of us, the Ravens Flock, your favorite Motley Crue nerds, here to make your voice our mission by providing us your thoughts, your input, your feedback, and your ideas for to shape the future of this channel to suit your tastes and needs. We got Mr. Quake and then Nikki Bella and Vicente Guerrero are in the chat. Hey up guys, how you doing? We appreciate you joining us here.
Hello all of y'all, welcome to Wrestle Rewind.
Jose, why don't you tell everyone, please, for the love of crap, what exactly is it that we do here on Wrestle Rewind?
Well, here on Wrestle Rewind.
Why do you don't have to keep saying that?
Here on Wrestle Rewind, we review 3 of the most exciting pro wrestling programs in North America today. That is WWE's NXT, AEW Dynamite, and TNA Impact. All right, folks. We're in the middle. We're getting close to the end of February. We just wrapped up NXT Vengeance Day. You know, for those who don't want to celebrate Valentine's Day and want to celebrate a day of violence.
Vengeance!
But yes, Vengeance Day has come and gone. We're still on the road to WrestleMania, and our next stop is AEW Revolution, which is happening on Sunday, March 5th, over in the Coca-Cola Arena in Los Angeles, California.
Cool.
Yay!
Hey, I like Los Angeles.
Hells yeah. And actually, you know what? Let me check the schedule here. Let me see what pay-per-view events is coming up for TNA. You know, because TNA's been doing some gangbusters. You know, let's not leave them out in the cold. You know.
And did you even mention the fact that the Elimination Chamber is coming up soon? And
That's
it's going to be in, where is it, Toronto?
That's right. The Elimination Chamber is coming up in Toronto, Canada, and it'll feature the main event is surely going to be it's going to have Drew McIntyre, Seth freaking Rollins, and it's also going to have John Cena on his last ride.
His final Elimination Chamber entry.
And of course, the best in the world,
Charles Montgomery Punk.
Yes, Cookie Monster Punk.
Chick Magnet Punk. Chicago-made Punk.
Cupcake Monster Punk.
Cupcake munching Punk. All right, yeah, but they got Sacrifice coming up, but that's gonna be when, in a week or so?
Oh yeah, that's right. TNA Sacrifice is coming up on March 14th over in El Paso, Texas.
All right, see, there you go.
So we got a bit of ways to go. So, but you know what?
Black History Month is almost over.
Yes, indeed. Now, here's the thing, Juancho. Like, there's a lot of emotion going on in the month of February. I'm not talking Valentine's Day. There's also love, and then there's Vengeance Day, love and hate. You know, peace and violence. There's just too much emotion going on in the air, and there's only so much that a single human being can take. What can we do to balance that out?
Well, we're gonna need to match their energy with our own, aren't we? Which is why we here at the Ravens Flock are proud to continue being partnered up with our pals over at Glitch Energy. Glitch Energy specially formulated smart energy blend keeps you running strong all day long, just like the Ravens Flock, with 0 sugar, 0 carbs, 0 calories, 0 lag, and 0 crash. And make sure that when you go to glitchenergy.com and that you bookmark these guys, because you never know when they're gonna drop a new flavor on your sorry behind.
If you saw,
still have. Wait, do they still have it?
They
Is it still available?
Let's take a look and see if it's
Smart Hearts is still available.
There's 20 left. There's 20 left in stock for the Smart Hearts. And
what's wrong with y'all? You need to get some of that.
And if you saw our last episode on the Ravens Flock last Saturday, we also talked about the new flavor that's a part of the Glitch line, and that is the Savage Serenity,
which is the official flavor of Alpha Dogs. Which is a charity that helps destigmatize men's mental health.
I know what the Alpha Dogs are about, but for some reason the design of this flavor is giving me paintball vibes. You know,
because it's tropical berry flavored. You dope. Everyone knows that tropical berries are multicolored. Okay, read a book. Just like purple is the flavor as well.
Okay, fair enough.
All right.
And, of course, the best thing about it is if you go to glitchenergy.com and use our promo code FlockFuel, you'll receive 20% discount on your order, so don't delay. Go to glitchenergy.com, get your hands on the Sweethearts, get your hands on Savage Serenity, get your hands on your Smart Energy Blend now.
Like Jose likes to say, crack is whack, but Glitch
is rich. Cha-ching!
Thank you very much to Glitch Energy for partnering with the Ravens Flock.
All right, then. So let's go ahead, and before we get into the review, as I said last night, me and Juan were going to discuss the main event of this year's WWE Vengeance Day.
Oh, yes. We got Vengeance. Let me find it over here. You said you updated it?
Yes, it is right. Nope, right in front of you. There we go.
Oh my god, that's a big graphic. Let me go ahead and fix that.
I got it straight from Wikipedia.
Cool. God damn it, Wikipedia. God.
I know. This year's
WWE though, because we haven't rung the bell yet, did we?
Yeah, you're right. Juan, ring that bell.
Me and my big mouth.
So this year's WWE's Vengeance Day takes place over in our nation's capital, Washington, D.C., which is the hometown of former WWE superstar, multi-time world champion, the Animal, Batista!
Yes, the hometown of Drax the Destroyer, of an iconic and wonderful actor, wonderful human being. He has got the biggest heart, which, of course, with an animal the size of Dave Bautista, you need a big heart.
Of course.
It's called biology. Learn it, people.
And speaking of wild animals, we're going to talk about the main event, which is crazy. So much drama in this match, and ironically, the NXT the champion themselves in this match is not even involved in this triangle of drama. Let's talk.
It's just like I'm just here to do my job. What the fuck is wrong with y'all ladies?
This is a fatal four-way match for the NXT Women's Championship as the defending champion, the NXT Women's Champion, the Beautiful Madness, that is Julia, defends her title against Roxanne Perez, Cora Jade, and the role model, Bayley.
God almighty. Okay, and it's like, as they said, it's like, oh, by the way, we stuck Julia in on this shit too, because, hey, we need the World Championship. Or rather, we need the Women's NXT Championship up in this shit. It really is more the story of Bayley and Roxy and Cora more than anything.
It's a story of jealousy, envy, hero worship.
And professional jealousy.
Oh, yes, professional jealousy. And friendships broken.
Wait, Stacy Keibler is from Washington, D.C.? No, she's not.
Bullshit! She's from Baltimore, Maryland!
Yeah, she's from Baltimore. She's a Baltimore gal. What the fuck?
Also, we don't recognize pieces of shit here on our channel, so please don't bring up the dream again.
Yeah, no, we do not. Yeah, the dream isn't recognized here.
Yes.
We renounce the Velveteen Dream.
But yeah, ever since Bayley made her return to NXT about I want to say what, a month ago? It's been a month, a little over than
a couple weeks.
A couple weeks, yeah. Bayley and Roxanne Perez have been going at it back and forth against each other. Roxanne accuses Bayley of trying to steal the spotlight, trying to get one more title reign under her belt. All the pun intended. And Bayley is trying to give Roxanne a bit of advice that she's becoming a big fish in a small pond. And Roxanne, of course, took umbrage to that. And as for Cora Jade, well, there's a little bit of a conflict of interest because Cora Jade is Roxy's best friend, but she also wants the NXT Women's title. Oopsie poopsies. Oopsie poopsies indeed. Oh, God, don't you love girl drama, Juan?
Yeah, that'd be nice.
Right. All right. Thankfully, I've got plenty of images of the main event, so let's not waste any time, Juan. Let's go ahead and start sharing. Now...
Oh, hey up, Lisa Boo. How's it going over here? Welcome to Wrestle Rewind. And she's saying, hi, guys. Popped in to say hi and have a great show. I appreciate you guys over there. Yeah, first WWE live event since SummerSlam 2005 in Washington, D.C. All right, and yeah.
Oh wait, we're just gonna skip over we're gonna skip over WWE Capital Punishment in 2011.
Yes, we are.
All right, so these four women wasted absolutely no time. Look at all of them brawling. I swear, if this wasn't a match, we could have easily called this a Pier 6 brawl.
Can we call it a Pier 6 brawl? This is
the referee.
The referee. Let me just zero in on this for y'all, just so you can see.
The referee's just
find all these. I'm gonna find all these urges, my brother.
Yo, the referee, he's feeling it, man. He's just back there and he's like, you know what, y'all, I'm just here to count the pinfall. Y'all do what you want.
All right,
Which is not wrong because fatal four-way matches, there's no disqualification, anything goes. The only way to win is by pinfall or submission, and the champ herself, Julia, does not have to be factored in the pinfall to win the title.
Remind me, does this have the same loosely applied no disqualification rule as a triple threat match does?
Well, obviously, how can you apply the actual rules of disqualification in a multiple person match?
By applying it!
That only applies in a tag team match.
No! We live in a society. There are rules. All right? You have to say that it's no disqualification, goddammit.
I did say it's no disqualification.
I know you have to say it. I don't mean you. I mean you. Like,
well, the
royal you.
The commentators pointed it out that it's no disqualification. I saw the pay-per-view.
All right, well, fucking fantastic. I'm over here because sometimes people at force oh, there's no disqualification, or oh, there is disqualification, and sometimes they fucking do it, sometimes they don't. They did that with triple threat matches. And don't tell me they haven't, because they haven't.
I think it's because at this point
four-piece brawl. What the fuck?
I think the reason is because no disqualification and no countouts is implied in multi-person matches, and the wrestling fans already know about that, and they don't want to insult the wrestling fans. You know what I mean?
Yeah, except no.
Okay, fine, whatever. Anyway, so these ladies are brawling it out, and it is just absolute madness. And
Don't you mean beautiful madness?
It is beautiful madness indeed. And speaking of which, we get some incredible multi-person spots during this match. We see Julia hitting a double drop kick, knocking down both the besties of Roxy and Cora Jade, and the fans are loving it. The fans are 100% behind Julia. They've been chanting her name all night. Like, they've been chanting her name, and they've also been chanting Bayley's name. It's crazy.
I mean, we all know who we want to see win.
And speaking of Bayley, check it out. She does an incredible baseball slide, knocking all three women at ringside.
Well, it's a good thing that Bayley has got some cushion for the pushing in order for it to land safely with that baseball slide.
But yeah, I know. Haha.
Got a booty is what I'm saying.
I mean,
booty.
It's kind
Space Dandy would be proud.
Yeah.
And so would Shadow the Hedgehog.
Yes,
because
I do.
He loves Latinas.
I do love Latinas. Okay. CM Punk is pissed. Says
that's
Mr.
because his daughters are bickering and they won't shut up.
Seriously, could you imagine CM Punk trying to mediate them while they're making cat noises and scratching each other like? And CM Punk's trying to corral them away from each other. Okay, I realize I am not strong enough for this. AJ, honey, help me!
Making toast. Buttering toast.
Ah! All right, let's go ahead and continue. We got plenty more pictures to share for the main event. All right. So
these girls aren't catfighting little diva shits.
And Cora Jade showing that she's got no fear at all in her stomach, goes over to the top rope and she hits an incredible cannonball senton, knocking out Bayley, knocking out Julia at ringside as the action continues. And for a brief while,
that's just a swanton. Who are we talking cannonball senton?
Well, no. Well, that's because of the way that they form themselves when they do the front flip. Because we know what a swanton looks like.
Okay, so she actually tucked in and then released halfway out.
Yes.
Okay, my bad. Okay,
no.
By all means, continue.
And for the first half of the main event, it looked like Roxanne and Cora Jade were back on a sort of good terms. They were forming a temporary alliance to try and take those on. But the rule when it comes to colluding heels in a multi-person match is that things get really fucking stupid when they have to decide who's going to take the pinfall. So Cora Jade just attacks Roxy from behind and ends her friendship in the main event.
Yeah, and of course, Bayley, not being not one to pass up a good opportunity when she sees one, decided to capitalize on it. Apparently,
yeah, no, check it out. Cora Jade was holding Roxy in like a wheelbarrow position, and this is another one of those accidental multi-person cool spots here where Bayley connects with a neck breaker, and both Cora Jade and Bayley drop Roxanne in the middle of the ring.
Ooh-wee!
Damn, man. Don't you love it when, like, accidental, like, moments happen and they just work?
And they just flow.
It just flows. It's amazing.
It's like poetry, too. Like, like it's like it rhymes.
Despite being opponents, these four competitors in the ring have incredible chemistry and they know how to telegraph their moves. And to us wrestling fans, like, to the eyes of the layman, we wouldn't be able to tell. We're just like, oh, shit, they got
very nice. More of this, please.
More of this.
Bayley says that.
Yeah, Bayley hits a hot shot on the ring apron, knocking out both Roxy and Cora Jade from the ring. And Julia, showing off her wrestling chops, wraps around and does like some sort of crucifix submission hold onto Bayley.
Isn't that the Black Widow?
No, that is not the Black Widow. I know what the Black Widow looks like. That is not it, but that is still cool. This is a crucifix submission hold. She's got the arm locked in, and she's got her legs wrapped in a head scissor lock around Bayley's head.
Ooh, goddamn!
And then and Bayley tries to fight out of the crucifix hold, and then what Julia does is that she immediately transitions it into a crucifix bomb / pinfall, but Bayley was able to kick out after 2.
Very cool. All right. Let me take a look here in the chat, as well as the first live event that is not in the Capital Arena. Oh, Capital One Arena. I mean, Cora and Roxy, I mean, since CW debut. Vicente saying, nice pun, beautiful badness. Then the image of Bailey going baseball slide dropkick. Yes, fans know Bailey was a Macho Man fan, and Randy Savage played baseball before wrestling. Yep. That is 100% true. Didn't Lanny Poffo also play baseball, or was it just Randy?
I can't really comment on that, but speaking of ball, shout out to Bailey because she recently played like a celebrity all-star basketball game recently.
Yeah,
so.
She was part of the all-star game, and it was fun, and she had a good time.
Yay! So here's someone who's not
having a good time.
Julia's not having a good time, and Roxy's screaming to the top of her lung while locking in the crossface, trying to force Julia to get a submission to tap out. No! Do not invoke that one! You can't do that here, Juan! We're gonna get canceled!
We were canceled like 5 times in the last 10 years! I would like to see that shit stick sometime!
Alright,
also in the chat, we've got
Johnny Autism Wrestling.
Yeah.
Hey!
Hi there, Johnny Autism Wrestling. Welcome to Wrestle Rewind. Say his name and he appears. I don't believe in Tony Khan.
Ow! I don't believe in Tony Khan because
the Virgin love Tony Khan booking. Wave your hands from side to side. Say, I don't believe it. Wow!
Jesus, bro!
Dude! Wow!
First of all, hi! Welcome to Wrestle Rewind. If you haven't done so yet, please hit like and subscribe. And we like you. And yeah, you're entitled to your opinion. But damn, son,
like that is painful.
Even I don't expect that from Juan.
Then clearly you don't know me that well.
So anyway, Roxy locks in the crippler crossface. God damn it. And then Julia breaks out of the submission hold, tries to roll up Roxy for a pinfall, but Roxy was able to break up into a count of 2. And as we continue with the main event,
oh snap,
because we still have more photos to get through. Yep.
Fuck.
Yeah, no, we got a Tower of Doom spot here. Check it out. Nice. All right, you've got, let me see here.
Okay, so that would be
Cora Jade.
Cora powerbombing
Bailey,
who was doing a side suplex on Julia, who did a vertical suplex on Roxanne.
Yes!
What the fuck? That is so cool.
That's another rule in multi-person matches, Juan. You gotta have a Tower of Doom.
Do we?
Yes!
Do we really, though?
The fans love it.
Fine, fucking whatever, I guess. I don't know.
All right, so all 4 competitors are down. All 4 competitors are dazed and confused. And Roxanne Perez goes in the final minutes of the ring. Roxanne Perez battles it out against Bailey. She hits Bailey with the pop rocks at ringside, rolls her back in, hits Bailey with another pop rocks. But then freaking Julia stops Roxanne in her tracks. She hits her with the Arrivederci knee, and then plants the Northern Lights bomb to pin and retain. Your winner, and still the NXT Women's Champion, the beautiful madness that is Julia.
God damn, right all up to the end. Okay, so nice little adrenaline rush all the way around. Very well done. A performance by all 4 of these wonderful women. I couldn't be happier. This sounds like it was fun.
Of course. Absolutely. And after the match, out comes the NXT Women's North American Champion, the Dark Angel, Stephanie Vaquer, to celebrate with Julia in the middle of the ring. I saw a fan post online comparing this to the moment in WrestleMania 20 where Chris Benoit was joined with Eddie Guerrero celebrating their title victories, and
okay,
I don't see that comparison.
It ain't quite that big.
It ain't that deep, bro.
No. It's just not quite that big of a celebration. I see the parallel, but it's more of a parallelogram. They're not 100% lined up because one is just a little higher than the other. All right? Like, yeah, the moment of Eddie Guerrero and Chris Benoit celebrating in the middle of the ring, confetti and streamers and fireworks going off in the middle of Madison Square fucking Garden, was
one of the greatest and also the most saddest moments in professional wrestling history.
Only because of what we had to fucking deal with in hindsight. So
but yeah, no, it
doesn't quite have that.
It doesn't quite have that emotion. It doesn't have that kind of drama, and it just feels very incorrect.
No. It feels inadequate, is what it is. As in, not to say that Stephanie Vacker and Julia aren't incredible wrestlers. They are. It's not to say that their friendship isn't well known. It is.
But there was a real life story and a struggle with Eddie Guerrero and Chris Benoit that culminated into their celebration at WrestleMania 20.
Exactly. And more to the point, you don't actually have that level of drama happening with Stephanie Vacker and Julia for this NXT WWE Vengeance Day. It doesn't quite match. I don't see Julia's family or Stephanie Vacker's family like cheering and celebrating and crying and weeping at ringside. I don't see the big confetti and the streamers and all that. It's not there yet.
Yeah, the only thing
Come see me in like 3 years or so when these two women are up in the main roster and then they highlight as both women's champions and being and both one of them having the world title and the other having the women's WWE title, and then have fireworks and confetti and streamers and balloons and shit, and then you can talk to me about it being similar.
But Mr. Quake did nail it and didn't hit the point there. It's more rising up of new stars. This is a changing of the guard, a paradigm shift in the women's division of NXT.
Kinda.
Then, speaking of paradigm shift, their celebration is upended by the newest signee, and I can't believe these words are coming out of my mouth, WWE superstar Jordynne Grace.
The Juggernaut's here, bitches! Wonderful! Yes!
Jordynne Grace showed up and showed...
Another reason why this doesn't compare to Benoit and Guerrero, because there was no one to break it up at the end.
Jordynne Grace showed up and showed out again in this year's Royal Rumble, and the fans loved her. She was well received by the WWE universe, and she made it clear that she is competing in NXT.
Like last year, she showed up in the Royal Rumble as a special guest appearance, which is always nice, and it's always fun. It's always awesome to see, like, oh hey, this is awesome. This year, it's her making her WWE debut, and that was the real moneymaker, in which she clearly was shaken at Vengeance Day.
Yay! All right, and overall, Vengeance Day was fun. Fraxium and Nathan Frazier retained the NXT tag titles. Obafemi fended off against A-Town Down Under and retained the NXT championship before being ambushed by four dudes who look like the NXT version of The Shield and Retribution combined. What? Yeah, no, we'll get to that when we get to it. And Stephanie Vaquer is the new dethroned Fallon Henley to become the new NXT Women's North American Champion. So yeah, great Vengeance Day.
Yay.
Awesome. Yay. All right. Now, let's get to the fallout. Let's get to this week's edition of NXT. All right.
Sorry, no, I was like, wait, what did you want me to say or do? Or
No, it's okay.
All right, because I was over here moving the camera.
So we kick off WWE NXT with, of course, the reigning NXT champion, the ruler, the conqueror, the bringer of war, the mountain you cannot climb. It is the great Obafemi,
who managed to beat down A-Town Down Under in a triple threat match and retain successfully his NXT championship.
But now his attention is pivoted over to these four unknown crazy assailants who are dressed up in SHIELD uniform, and he is calling them out. But instead of four guys, he got one. But not just anyone. This guy runs the system.
The TNA X Division champion, Moose, has crossed the line! Oh my god, they actually fucking said that. And
hey, it sounds cooler than the Forbidden Door.
No, it's just as cringe. Let's not fucking okay. Why did Moose come out to answer Obafemi? Please, for the love of fuck.
Well,
it can't just be, oh hey, I want the NXT championship because I am the greatest X Division champion here in TNA.
Well, first of all, the fans welcomed him with a huge pop. The fans love Moose, and they love Obafemi, and Yeah, I'm not gonna lie to you. This is exactly what the promo led to. Moose said that this match needs to happen. Moose versus Oba Femi. X Division champion versus NXT champion. The battle of the X's. Who is the more dominant X champion?
X gonna give it to you?
Exactly. But that being said, this promo segment was relatively short. Moose laid out the challenge. Oba Femi says, yes, I agree. It must happen, and it will happen. And both soon. And these two guys held their respective championships over their shoulders, and that's where the segment ends, and the fans love it. The Battle of the Champions, Battle of the Nigerian Giants.
Awesome. Can't wait to see it.
Yay.
What about the 4 fucking guys who attacked him?
Never showed up.
Fuck you.
Fucking.
What, did you want me to fucking forget about that? Just memory hole it? No, I expect a fucking answer. I expect something. At least to have these 4
listen,
guys
Juan.
show up and just like try to say, no, we're not going to tell you where we are, blah, blah, blah.
Listen, Juancho, just sit back, enjoy your cup of chocolate mousse, and enjoy the show. Okay, you don't have a cup of chocolate mousse, but enjoy your glitch. Ow!
Cut it out.
All right. Let's go ahead and move on to the exciting match of the night. And we got some great tag team action.
Ooh, the ladies are squaring up, ain't they?
That's right. The tag team match, playa,
Holla, holla.
as the team of Sol Ruka and Zarya take on the Meta Girls, Lash Legend and Jakara Jackson.
All right. So, I did see a video on Sol Ruka's Twitter trying to get some team building exercises with Zarya out at like a local beach park.
Yeah.
And it did not end well.
Yeah, she tried. Zarya tried to skateboard. That didn't go well. Sol Ruka and Zarya were trying to eat ice cream. Sol Ruka's ice cream kind of fell to the ground.
Knocked over because Zarya knocked it over.
Yeah, you know, Zarya.
They were trying to toast their ice cream cones together, and Sol Ruka's has got knocked off.
But Zarya is such a good person, so she shared hers. Which,
isn't that nice?
That being said, Juancho, if you knock my ice cream on the ground, I'm not going to share mine. I will kill you.
If I knock your ice cream down on the ground, you know how much of a blasphemy I find that kind of stuff to be. I will knock my own ass on the ground. All right, so how did this match go? Shit!
Well, speaking of knocking people on the ground, we start things off white hot, and we have a test of strength. Lash Legend, Zarya, 2 powerhouse women in NXT. They've got their opponents over their shoulders respectively, testing their strength against each other.
Like, is it wrong that the first thing I'm seeing is Lash Legend's booty?
No, because the first thing I noticed is Sol Ruka's booty. I
mean, yeah, Sol Ruka's booty is awesome, but like in terms of like eye line and line of sight and all that, it's closer. It's less effort if you're watching that on a full screen or whatever. Like, this is what I'm trying to say. If this popped up on your screen at full size,
you're not thinking about the strength of the game.
Exactly. We're not thinking about the power contest.
I watch NXT for the plot. But okay, bootyliciousness, of course, aside. Yes, this is a test of strength. They had a moment where they tested their strength. They hoisted over their opponents in military press positions and just slammed them down, just trying to show off who's stronger than who. And it's awesome. I like that. And I have more images of the matches.
I want it.
Yeah. So, and of course, despite the size and strength advantage, Sol Ruka never ceases to amaze the NXT fans with her incredible high-flying and acrobatic ability. You can see her right now. You can see her leaping off the air, taking down Lash Legend with a great Hurricane Rana.
Okay. This has got to be the most awkward freeze frame I've seen in a while.
Blame WWE for camera crew.
At least these guys know how to fucking take a picture. When it comes to those long aisleway photos, it's just embarrassing.
But not to be outdone, the one half of the Metagals, Jakara Jackson, continuing with the match momentum, flies through the ropes and hits a suicide dive, knocking out Zarya and Sol Ruka at ringside.
Holy shit. All right, well, evening out the odds. Let's see how this works for them.
Evening out the odds, and as we get closer to the match, it looks like things are dire, but Sol Ruca was able to fight back, and Zarya was able to spear, we got some great tag team action here from the babyfaces. You see a combination of Sol Ruca hitting a super kick on Jakara Jackson, and Zarya hitting an incredible, devastating German suplex.
God damn, yeah, I do not want that kind of double whammy on me. Mr. Quake, you don't have to apologize about the thing with Velveteen Dream. We're just like, no. We don't fuck with him. No, we do not ride with his ass. He's pee-pee poo-poo to us.
There's a reason why he's considered persona non grata in the wrestling world.
Yeah, it's pedal shit. Anyway,
all right,
Moose on NXT, nice surprise booking, right? It's fucking crazy, Vicente. I dig it.
I dig it indeed. To be honest, Sol Ruca and Lash Legend would be pissed if fans were not staring at their ass.
Good point.
Oh my god! All right, now let's go ahead and continue on here because, in the final moments of the match, Zarya was able to hit a spear on Jakara Jackson, and then she hits Jakara with an F5 before Sol Ruca finishes it off with the Soul Snatcher to pin and win. Your winners, the team of Sol Ruca and Zarya.
God damn. All right, so we got ourselves a new power team going on. This is good. I can dig it.
Of course, because powerhouses and surfing and skateboarding go hand in hand, kids.
Also, actually, I'm noticing something a little bit okay, why did Sol Ruca get her hair straightened? Keeping her hair wavy and curly made it fucking unique, man.
There's nothing wrong with changing it up a little.
Well, it kind of takes away a little bit of the identity over here. You know, when you think of Sol Ruca, you think of her as like this badass surfer babe, and badass surfer babes usually have curly blonde hair going on. Am I stereotyping, or am I just?
It sounds like you're profiling, bro.
I don't know. You have a copy of the movie Lords of Dogtown. I mean, those girls. I mean, they're all. But then again, half of them were like all prepubescent, so maybe it's kind of weird to look at that.
They're also Latina. Why? What the fuck?
I thought you loved Latinas, Jose.
You're horrible.
Yes, I am.
Jesus. All right, let's get to the exciting segment of the night because as the news broke out last week on NXT, the former AEW World Tag Team Champion Ricky Starks has joined WWE, specifically on NXT.
Yep. Absolute Ricky Starks has gone and announced himself last week, and a big fucking shocker. Literally the day after he was summarily let go from All Elite Wrestling, after basically having been shelved and having his contract die out because Tony Khan's a little petty bitch.
We're gonna get to Ricky Starks' side on that matter in a little bit, but let's talk about the segment first.
Hold on, Crush 2.0, Coconut Girl. Let's see, Sol Ruca is Surfer Girl. Yep, Sol Ruca and Zarya will be tag team champs one day. Maybe, yeah.
So this is the official contract signing of Ricky Starks. He's joined in the ring by NXT General Manager Ava. Ricky Starks, of course, makes it clear that the NXT is the hottest brand around, and he can't wait to sign up and join. But interrupting this segment, of course, is
an old friend of his.
All ego, Ethan Page.
A guy who did not end up changing his name, by the way. And also, what the fuck is he doing ripping off my clothing style?
What, the purple jacket?
Yes!
You don't have a purple suit jacket.
I want one! And the freaking... Actually, no, I've got everything else.
I'm sure if you look hard enough online, you might find one.
I don't need to. I have it saved on my Amazon wish list.
Okay, then never mind. So Ethan Page walks into the ring, and he congratulates Ricky for following his footsteps, signing a contract, and guaranteed a first match to be for the NXT title. He claims that Ricky is walking his path, his road, and Ricky Starks. First of all, Ricky gets on the mic and he accuses Ethan Page of wearing his insecurity tighter than his purple jacket.
Hey, fuck you! I want my jacket.
And yeah, I know. And secondly, like he talks more shit about how he's got his hands full with Javon Evans. And speaking of Javon Evans, clearly Javon Evans is not done with Ethan Page, and he brawls with Ethan Page right in front of Ricky. And Ricky's just having a laugh.
Why is Ava looking like she's trying not to laugh?
She's trying hard not to corpse.
She's trying hard not to corpse over here. Save for the man.
Oh, God. Oh, my God. It's crazy. I love this shit.
This is so stupid. I love it. More, please.
All right. So let's go ahead and continue on. So after Ethan Page and Javon Evans take their business elsewhere, out comes Wes Lee to interrupt the proceedings, and he wants to be the first person to fight Ricky Starks in the NXT ring. So,
Fuck?
yeah, and then
Really,
Ricky...
Wesley? You got nothing better to do, boy? Aren't you busy being TNA-cist?
Oh my God!
Yeah, I remember that from when Jordan Grace said it. Yeah, and yeah, Wesley is still TNA-cist. He is racist against TNA.
So Ricky Starks, of course, acquiesced to Wesley's request, and he will face him on NXT. And Wesley tried to get the jump, but Ricky Starks was having none of that shit and clotheslines Wesley out of the ring.
And then finishes by signing the contract, and then he struck a pose, and the contract read over, and it showed his new NXT name, Ricky Saints.
Which I like. It's good. It sounds good. My only minor nitpick, and I told Juan this, and this is just a small one, is that I think it would have been better if they took the S off at the end and he calls himself Ricky Saint. I think it has a better ring to it. Ricky Saint instead of Ricky Saints.
Well, he's Ricky Starks, not Ricky Stark. And everyone knows the meaning behind this. According to Ricky Saints, he took this last name to honor the football team of his hometown of New Orleans, Louisiana, the New Orleans Saints. So that's his way of honoring his home team.
Hey!
Good for him. Yeah. Sorry, we're not big on football. I'm sorry. I'm not that all-American. What the fuck? Sue me.
No, it's okay. It's okay. No worries, man. No worries. Here's the thing. So, and speaking of Ricky Starks and AEW, getting back into that. So,
okay.
All right. So,
do you have
Ricky,
something I need to pull up?
Here, let me send you a link from Cage Site Seats.
Yes, for the love of God, that'll be fucking hilarious.
No. I got you. Don't worry about it. Relax, man. You're the older brother, but the bigger brother's got you. I mean, I am kind of bigger.
Please don't patronize me. I will eat your face.
Okay. All right, folks. Where Juan is going to share an article. This is from Cage Side Seeks because after the incredible debut, the unofficial debut of Ricky Saints last week on NXT.
Sorry, Vicente in here said Ava trying to moderate is a big fail as she stands around hardly saying much. She don't do shit. What kind of fucking general manager doesn't react or like, what the hell? Like, hey, what are you doing? Blah, blah, blah. Any kind of noise or mishigas. Come on, woman.
So Ricky Starks had a sit-down interview with Bubba Ray Dudley on an episode of Busted Open Radio, and he talks about his new WWE name and he also goes into detail on the behind-the-scenes issues at All Elite Wrestling.
Right,
this is the part that we want to focus on.
From SB Nation, Cage Side Seats, and this article was published yesterday, February 19th, by Sean Reuter. All right, so
we can skip all the preamble.
The 18th after chaotic fight, busted open after dark. First up was the name change. It's an always popular topic for wrestlers and wrestling fans.
We don't have to focus on that. We want to get to the drama.
Okay, Ricky's making it work. I'm proud of New Orleans. This is the best of both worlds. Cool. All right, yep, Ricky Saints. Okay. Saints in itself is pretty indicative of New Orleans, regardless of if you think of the football team, if you think of the French influence. Okay, fine, whatever. Sheesh. So it still has. Okay, the saga of Saints at the time at AEW was also discussed, with Bully Ray giving Ricky the floor to talk about it. He denied being in the doghouse over his attending the 2023 Royal Rumble and WrestleMania 40, saying AEW owner / president Tony Khan gave him permission to do so.
But beyond that, and there's Ricky Saints' quote. It was Ricky Saints' passage, and I quote, "I can't tell you exactly what the moment was. You could say it was CM Punk leaving and things kind of fell apart. Absolutely. I probably agree with you on that, all right? Or you could say is that Ricky didn't play the politics well enough. All right, for sure. asked if there are a lot of politics in AEW. I'm not saying there's a lot of, just as much as any other company probably, but you could say that I maybe didn't protect myself in that way. There's so many things you could say. What I can say for myself is that when I got hurt in March, that was it. I never came back. And even then, I wasn't hurt. It was a precaution thing where I got scared and I had a stinger. Then I was fine. After that, no dice, no communication, no nothing. And that is okay, because if someone was mad at me, and the reason I say it was okay because I ended up here and it's fine, everything worked out. I don't know explicitly where it went wrong. I can't point to one thing. I can say that it was a storm of things, probably. Did I do something that may have tipped them off? Sure. Asking for my release whenever, this past whenever, that could have been about it. But never once was I not willing to do something. Never once was I sabotaging anything.
The 34-year-old went on to offer his theory about what happened, which is that an unnamed or unnamed veterans meddled with his creative, ultimately leading to him sitting at home for most of last year despite being healthy.
And I quote, "What I think it probably was, if you give me the point, is there were probably things said to him from other people maybe. I don't know. Gun to my head, educated guess what it was. It was probably personal. It probably was personal because if it was professional, it wouldn't have happened this way. That's how I believe it. And that's not to disparage anybody there. Just so we're clear, I already know how this is going to be taken. There's nothing disparaging for me to say. So, it is what it is, right? There are situations that will probably pop up again when it comes to it. Let's say politicking and guys putting their nose in businesses that don't belong. I will say this. There are some people who stuck their nose in my creative business that shouldn't have happened. Veterans. And that's it. And I'm going to leave it at that. And if they got a problem with me, they got my number and text me about it. So, with that being said, I'm glad to be here.
I think I think what it was is that if it didn't work for their creative, then someone had to get the boot. You get what I'm saying? That's how I see it. But I'm not trying to be negative in my thought in my thought process about it. But I do think that for sure that is okay. That's fine. If you want to step on me to get ahead in your illustrious career, everyone has an illustrious career. Everyone should have an illustrious career. That is perfectly fine. But at the same time, I'm not wet behind the ears.
All right, so let's go ahead and pause right there. So yeah, his comments on what happened leading to his departure in AEW pretty much highlight the backstage politics that's played out by wrestling veterans who have a lot more creative control. And there have been already stories about Chris Jericho having creative control, the Young Bucks, Kenny Omega, and it's just been crazy.
It was Edge.
And
it was, let's just fucking lie. It was Edge.
And yes, it was Adam.
No, like the big theory was fucking the one face-off promo that Ricky Starks had, and Adam Copeland was there. Apparently, he called him bug-eyed. Like, wow, that really sent me over the edge, and that apparently threw Adam's timing off of his promo, threw his train of thought off, and got pissy about that.
What the fuck?
That's the working theory, though.
Really, Adam? Come on, dude. I love you, man, but come on, man. But that being said, this is just another series of stories to continue the ridicule that AEW are so desperately trying to get away from.
Right? And, like, what the fuck is the point of that, man? If you're just gonna kneecap yourselves like this, what the fuck?
Oh, trust me, we're gonna get to more on AEW a little bit later, but that's the story for now. We're happy that Ricky Saints is in WWE.
Yeah, he is all WWE.
Yeah.
Yes.
And that's why I'm wearing this Team Taz shirt in homage to, well, one of the greatest FTW champions ever, Ricky Saints.
Yeah, they build assassins.
They build assassins, you know.
Red Hook.
Now, let's get to the match of the night. And this is a one-on-one encounter as the underboss of the D'Angelo family, Channing Lorenzo Stacks. You know, the Don, Tony D'Angelo, he's been MIA. You know, there's no reaching him. You know, we don't know where he is. He flew to Coop or something, you know. And Stacks is trying to put on his big boy pants.
Boppity-boopity! Boppity-boopity-beep-a-da-bop! Boppity-boopity! God almighty, Jesus crap in heaven. Boppity-boopity! Boopity-boopity-bop!
I think we need to step up our Italiano game here.
No.
All right.
This is bad stereotype as I'm allowing me to be for now.
Fair. All right. So Channing Lorenzo takes on the Perfect 10, Sean Spears.
Oh shit.
And Sean Spears brought his group along with him. Nico Vance, Brooks Jensen, and the Redcoat, Izzy Dame at ringside. Of course, Channing brought Luca Crucifino and Adriana Rizzo. They're at a 4-on-3 disadvantage, of course. And Channing stacks Lorenzo. He did the best he could. He brought the fight.
What the heck?
Yeah, no, there's pictures of the match.
Oh yeah, no, I'm just like, what the heck?
He did the best he could against Sean Spears. Sean Spears spent the entire match targeting the neck of Channing Lorenzo, hitting a series of neck breakers and just aiming for the neck. And Channing Lorenzo, he's no slouch. He's also a great high flyer. You can see right here, he did an incredible diving drop kick, knocking down Sean.
It was a front face drop kick too. Those are extra fucky. God almighty.
Of course. But Sean Spears, continuing the punishment, and with a little bit of leverage from his newly formed faction, he was able to continue to target the neck of Channing Lorenzo. You can see here he does like a suplex to dropping the head onto the patella.
Oh my god! So it's like a suplex brainbuster almost.
Sort of, yeah. And then he finishes off by hitting the C4 to pin and win. Your winner, Sean Spears.
Oh man! Wait a minute. The C4 spike?
No, the Death Valley Driver. He calls it the C4.
Oh, he calls that the C4.
He's been called that since AEW.
All right. Well, it didn't. It took me you have to excuse me. Josh Alexander and Sean Spears being at the forefront of my mind doesn't happen that often. Pardon me for not remembering.
No, it's okay because Josh Alexander has the C4 spike. Sean Spears has the C4 driver.
All right, cool. Now I know. Okay. You were saying that this match wasn't horrible; it just didn't live up, or
because I already know who's gonna win. Like Channing Lorenzo is trying to fight for the honor of the family, but Sean Spears, he had this match won.
How do you figure though? Stacks is well stacked. And Sean Spears, he's got a little more age behind him as compared to Stacks here.
Because Sean Spears is a mastermind, Juancho. He is a genius in the ring. He's got more years under his belt than Channing Lorenzo. And he knows how to play the game.
God damn.
Now, thankfully, there were no crappy segments to talk about on this week's edition of NXT, so we're going to go straight to the main event.
Oh, we are?
Yeah! And this is a 6-women tag team match.
Oh, shit. Fatal Influence versus the NXT North American Champion, Stephanie Vacker, the NXT Women's Champion, the beautiful madness that is Julia.
Thank you.
And the juggernaut, Jordan Grace! Ah!
All right, so let me explain how this match materialized. So, in an earlier match, a triple threat women's match, Carmen Petrovic defeated Kalani Jordan and Jada Parker to become #1 contender for the women's North American title. Then she was jumped by Fatal Influence, and
the nerve!
And then one by one, Stephanie Vacker, Julia, and Jordan Grace came down to the aid of Carmen Petrovic and brawled with Fatal Influence, and they set up the 6-women tag team match main event.
God damn, that would have been a hell of a segment to cap into here over here. But the signing of Ricky Saints is sorry. I'm sorry. We're not
because come on, man, don't you want to hear AEW drama?
Well, we got
don't say you don't.
Of course I do, but that's not even the point. Okay, so we start the match off. They've isolated Vacker.
Yes, their strategy, of course, is to keep Stephanie Vacker away from the other champions. Stephanie Vacker was worked over hard during this main event match against Fatal Influence. Jasmine Nix, JC Jane, and Fallon Henley each took their turns respectively to lay punishment onto the Dark Angel.
All right, how fucky is this? This is a fucking problem here, man. I mean, Stephanie Vacker, she's isolated. She's alone.
Yeah, I know. They tried to keep things a little orderly in this match. Yep.
Orderly, my happy dick. Look at this.
Eventually, Jordan Grace was able to get the tag after JC Jane knocked out Julia from the ring apron. So Stephanie tagged in Jordan Grace. Jordan Grace showing off her power. She goes into the ring. She's got JC Jane over her shoulders and slams her down. Look at the smile on Jordan Grace's face. She is happy to be in WWE.
Okay. Now I see where the joke and the meme came from. Okay, number one, I guess go Dallas Cowboys, I guess. Is she a Dallas Cowboys fan? What?
She is from Austin, Texas.
Okay, then yes. I guess because Austin doesn't have a thing. Vicente Guerrero was saying, Wardlow must be happy seeing his little brother win here. Sean Spears once said, War, you're like a little brother to me. Aw, that's nice.
Aw.
Also, there was a bad meme that I actually no. I think I sent it to you, Jose. I'm gonna grab it, and if it's okay with you, I'm gonna go ahead and share it with the folks at home. Give me a minute.
Sure.
No, Jose. I think you may know what I'm going to grab. Or at least what I'm going to try to grab. Give me a second.
All right. But, yeah, no, while Juan is in the middle of grabbing that.
No, because this is prescient. We cannot continue.
All right.
I'll get it because I need to show people this.
Okay.
All right. God damn. Don't push me. I'm going to push you. God dang it. Where is it?
A call in the match!
No,
Dude!
Oh my lord, that was such drama bullshit. Here it is!
Oh.
Here it fucking is!
Oh!
Yes.
That'd be...
Yes.
Folks,
Okay.
you're gonna love this.
Okay, so, I'm not sorry, lads and ladies and everybody in between. Okay, this is hilariously accurate.
The evolution of Jordan Grace.
It's a Jordan Grace.
So,
okay, so Sabrina Carpenter is Machop.
yeah.
Tiffany Stratton is Machoke.
Okay.
And Jordan Grace is Machamp.
Oh!
Also, thank you on the on the Reddit thread. Oh, sorry, on the of r/Santi's app videos. Because Santi's app was the one who shared this. Foreign Watercrest 795. All right, but seriously, now that I gave that a bit of official credit aside.
Oh my god, I can see it. Oh my god, it's so funny. All right,
Especially because Sabrina Carpenter is so mini in comparison to these two.
Yeah. She would consider that a compliment.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, imagine like, oh my god, I get to grow into this hot, beautiful, strong woman. Oh my god, we both get to grow into this hot, beautiful, strong woman. Oh, they're all just gonna Garrett all over each other.
And speaking of beautiful,
the happiest fucker on the planet.
And speaking of beautiful, strong women, in the opposite of oh my godding each other, these women decide to throw things out of order and just started brawling with each other in the middle of the ring.
Beer six ball. Okay, you get the rest.
But the match continues. All right.
Sorry, just the way you said that, and you didn't follow up with anything immediately after.
Oh my god! I know. So this is another example.
Shit.
This is another example of Stephanie Vacker being worked over. When we get back from commercial break,
Damn,
Fatal Influence hit a sequence of moves. Jasmine Nix hit a move. JC Jane hit a move, and then Fallon Henley hit a twisting neck breaker, as you can see right here. But Jordan Grace was able to get the tag in again, and the babyfaces were able to turn it around. And yes, go ahead and show that. Stephanie Vacker annihilates Fallon Henley and JC Jane over at ringside.
It's like, this is what you putas get for cornering me.
Yeah, and this allows Jordan Grace, who's in the ring with Jasmine Nix, to finally hit the Juggernaut Driver to pin and win for her team. Your winners, the NXT Women's Champion, the Beautiful Madness, that is Julia. The NXT Women's North American Champion, the Dark Angel, Stephanie Vacker. And the Juggernaut, Jordan Grace.
Oh, this burns so good. I could not be happier. More of this, please. Yes. You push the num num good button. Good. Press the button for more num num, please. I Pavlov doggy. Num num button, please. Num num button. Num num button, please.
All right. Well, I'm glad you're enjoying that because now we can pivot over and talk about this week's edition of AEW Dynamite.
Like the fuse, hit the boom, Dynamite.
Yes. Here we go. So, getting into Dynamite. This week's Dynamite takes place over in Glendale, Arizona. We're going out into the desert, folks. And we open things off with a very, very heated confrontation between Hangman Adam Page and Maxwell Jacob Freeman, MJF.
Friedman.
Don't forget the D. The MJF has the D in his name. Do not deny MJF the D. Why would you want to keep the D away from him, Jose?
So are you saying
it's a part of who he is?
Hang on a minute. That's a serious...
That is incredibly important and shameful on you, Jose.
No.
MJF needs the D.
Wait, hang on. That's an accusation. Are you calling him gay?
I don't know what you're talking about, Jose. Get on with the show.
All right, so Hangman Adam Page and MJF, they meet...
MJF, suck my nuts! Anyway... No.
Both guys meet in the ring with security at
okay,
ringside to make sure that no violence happens in their face-off. MJF flashbacks.
Are you kidding me? We have an angry drunk and an angry entitled silly boy here, and we don't want them to be physical?
Let me explain.
Oh my god!
All right, so MJF gets on the mic. He talks first, of course, and he goes and he flashbacks all the way to AEW Double or Nothing 2019, where he competed in a battle royal to determine the number one contender to be for the AEW World Title. And he remembered that back in 2019, Hangman Adam Page screwed him over, and he won that battle royal, and eventually faced Jericho to a losing effort.
Okay, I'm sorry. What? You're gonna dredge up shit from 5 years ago?
Yeah.
That just off the top of your head?
Yeah, he's holding that shit over his head, and then he brags about his accomplishments since then of being one of the longest reigning AEW World Champions in history, of being an international champion, of being a Dynamite Diamond Ring winner, and still holding the ring strong. And he, of course, brags to, and of course, he says his line, I'm Maxwell Jacob Freeman, I'm better than you, and you know it.
You missed out the D again, Jose. Why don't you want MJF to have the D? What is wrong with you? Friedman! There's a D in the middle of him. MJF has a D.
Listen, I make it my business to cock block MJF.
Oh my god, he will rip our faces off if he was here. Oh jeez, and now the snorting starts.
All right.
Jose, you know he can't have pork. Quit that.
Oh my god. All right.
What's the date?
Anyway, so getting back to it. So Hangman Adam Page then gets a turn on the mic. And he answers back at MJF, calling him insecure and saying that he needs and accusing him of needing the fans to appreciate him. And MJF just flat out denies it, and he yells at the fans like, shut up, I don't need them.
Starts to sound like you do there, Maxie.
Yeah. And then MJF, of course, also throws shit at Adam Page's face of Adam Page injuring and ending the career of Christopher Daniels, to which Adam Page took umbrage of, and he shouted at MJF, telling him to shut his mouth, that Christopher Daniels is a better wrestler and he's a better human being than MJF will ever be, and that Hangman Adam Page would give his spine to help Christopher Daniels so that he can wrestle again.
Yo! Okay, This is getting a little heavy, but goddamn.
It's getting a little heavy, and the fans are now slowly turning over in favor of Hangman Adam Page.
Oh, is it like slowly turning over so they can fall asleep? I thought you were about to say.
No, they're rallying behind him, and then MJF finishes the MJF finishes the promo segment saying, like, you want to be the hero of the story? Fine, I don't have a problem being the villain. And then as they try to walk away from each other, MJF spits at Hangman Adam Page's face, and Adam Page tries to go after him, but the security was able to stop him in his tracks. And then Christopher Daniels is in the ring, and he tries to calm Adam Page down, and MJF gets away once again with another one of his antics. Like, he gets away with it. He gets the last laugh.
He gets a little cheap move, like, oh yeah, well guess what? Fuck you, haha.
Yeah.
Okay, this sounds like it came off well.
It came off really well. It was very emotional.
Okay, and it wasn't just MJF ragging and work shooting and all that crap. We're working on something, and
we're trying to make it make sense.
This is a redemption arc for Hangman Adam Page. Hangman Adam Page is trying to redeem himself.
Has he apologized to Swerve Strickland for burning down his childhood home yet?
No, because no, that one is a very different situation because he wants an apology from Swerve.
You need to apologize to me for... Wait, what the fuck? You need to apologize to me for making me burn your house down?
Yeah, it's weird. But the point is, he's trying to turn a new leaf. He's trying to regain the trust from the fans. He's trying to become a better person. Just a second.
What the fuck?
I think I know what it is.
Okay.
Yep, called it. All right. Sorry about that. There was something annoying going on in the background, so I had to take care of that. But anyways, great opening promo segment. Lots of fire, lots of emotions. These two guys are going to fight at Revolution on March 5th.
All right. Awesome. Well done. I hope you'll pardon me. The way you set up how MJF did his promo, started the promo segment off, it put me off because I'm like, okay, you're going to have to be a diehard nutcase who remembers that shit in order to follow that particular angle for the promo. But the way that we actually brought it to something a little more current makes it work a little better. So I'm down with that.
And continuing on with the excitement, the exciting match of AEW Dynamite for my pick is the street fight between Powerhouse Hobbs and Big Bill.
Okay, Big Bill's a tall guy. Powerhouse Hobbs is a big strong boy.
Yeah.
No rules, no disqualification, no countouts. Lazy booking.
Stop.
No.
You don't like hardcore matches?
Hey, Jim Cornette was right. That is lazy booking because, hey, you want a match that'll be easy to write? Just make it a no DQ match or a street fight match or a hardcore match. Because then anything goes. That's lazy. It doesn't add any sort of complexity within the confines of an athletic competition. That's the logic.
In this case, it adds to the story. It adds to the conflict between Powerhouse Hobbs and Big Bill because Big Bill tried to injure Powerhouse Hobbs and put him on the shelf.
All right. Cool. Let's make this work.
So yeah, Powerhouse Hobbs and Big Bill. There's no wrestling. There's just fighting between these guys. These guys are scrapping in the ring. They're scrapping a ringside to bring in all the weapons to play with. Powerhouse Hobbs gets clocked in the head by Big Bill. Big Bill uses a large wrench to clock Powerhouse Hobbs in the head, and Hobbs is bleeding from the forehead. Not a lot, but he is bleeding, and I like that. It adds a little bit of I don't want to say. No, it adds a little bit of vulnerability to the character of Powerhouse Hobbs. Powerhouse Hobbs is not fucking OP and shit, you know?
Okay, I get what you mean there. And he is pretty strong and a pretty big strong boy. So, having them bleed, I guess that makes sense.
Exactly.
Also, earlier Mr. Quake was saying AEW pillars of MJF and Hangman.
Yeah.
And yes, we know Sabrina Carpenter is Disney alumni. It's cool.
Yeah, it's okay. So continuing the match. So Powerhouse Hobbs continues to fight with Big Bill. These two guys are just going back and forth against each other. Powerhouse Hobbs was able to show his strength and hits the world's strongest slam on Big Bill onto the entrance ramp, paying homage to Mark Henry.
Okay, good. Wait, is Mark Henry working with them anymore?
No.
I don't remember. No, right?
No.
I was about to say.
But still, it's awesome to see that he does that. And
that is cool.
and the bad apple of the learning tree, Brian Keith tries to show up to help Big Bill, but Powerhouse Hobbs was able to stop him in his tracks.
Yeah.
Yeah, and these two guys continue to fight with each other out over by the stage, and we get to the point where there's a table set up off the stage, and Powerhouse Hobbs he sets up one of the steel steps, and he's standing on it with Big Bill, and then it looked like he was he either pushed him or punched him, but he knocks Big Bill off, and Big Bill falls onto. And it's not just a table, but it's like a piece of wood that's wrapped in barbed wire. And Big Bill falls right into it. And he is unable to answer the 10 count from the referee. Your winner, Powerhouse Hobbs.
Nice. All right.
There, you like that one? You saw one of the biggest pieces of shits that you hate getting murdered.
Okay. Sorry, but I don't fuck with maggots.
Ah!
Yes, he is a maggot. So
That was
Big
sort of
Bill,
a Jimmy Havoc tribute.
Big Bill uses a wrench on Hobbs. That was sort of Jimmy Havoc tribute move.
Yeah, I remember Jimmy Havoc. Too bad he's gone from AEW. But there's a reason why. Anyway, so that was an incredible match. I love me a good street fight.
Cheapo.
Shut up.
You have no class.
Oh, yeah? Well, then let's talk about someone who does have class. We'll go straight to the exciting segment as we hear from the new AEW Women's World Champion, Timeless Toni Storm.
Oh, yeah. Over at Grand Slam, what do you call it?
Australia.
Grand Slam Australia. Toni Storm managed to reclaim the AEW Women's World Championship from her former understudy / pupil / best friend, bash bosom buddy,
The woman from hell.
Mariah May.
Yes, and it was an incredible main event.
All right.
The fans, yep. And Timeless Toni Storm got on the mic and she talked about her match with Mariah May, and she had to give Mariah May her due. It was a great match, and then she also told everyone how she won using a small package, and she said the best things do come in small packages, and Mariah May's doesn't have a big enough rail to handle her package.
Giggity.
Sex jokes, am I right?
What?
And then Timeless Toni Storm pretty much ends the promo segment by calling out other names to challenge her for the title. She calls out Willow Nightingale. She calls out she doesn't call out Mercedes Moné, but she calls out Willow Nightingale. She calls out I forgot who else, Thunder Rosa or someone. But she's pretty much issuing an open challenge to see who will step up to face Timeless Toni Storm for the AEW Women's World Title. And she finishes her segment by saying that God is a woman and her name is Timeless.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think what the segment would have made the segment better is that there was an AEW women's wrestler to interrupt it so that we could set up the next story, the next contender, the next person in line.
This is a way of filling that gap, as they don't know who they want yet, so we're going with being an open challenge, take on all comers thing going on. So that's just how you build up to until you figure out your creative. In Tony Khan's case, he fumbled the bag when it came to Mercedes money going over on Harley Cameron for the TBS championship at Grand Slam. It's bullshit.
Yeah, they treated Harley Cameron as more of a novelty act.
And that was fucking wrong, because as much as you might want to fucking argue if it's silly or annoying or weird or random, Harley Cameron showing that she's got like all these different other talents, all these different other performance talents, is a good way to get fans behind you. Is a good way to show people someone who's creative in a fucking way that's like endearing and shit. And yeah, she's a little Genki girl, overexcited, feel my wrath kind of shit. Yeah, that's just, oh hey, she's passionate, she's fucking crazy, but that makes me feel good for her because she wears her fucking passion for wrestling and for performing on her sleeve, and that's something that I like.
Yes!
So beep boof num num button.
But no, Tony Khan treats the women's division like a freaking rotating carousel.
Not even a well-maintained rotating carousel. I swear to God, the motherfucker is richer than the federal government, but he can't hit the WD-40 that this carousel needs. So in short, that.
Pretty much. Also, I'd like to point out a small little minor funny thing.
Excuse me.
I saw a video footage of Tony Khan trying to welcome everybody to AEW Grand Slam Australia, and the fans booed the fuck out of him.
I almost forgot.
Man, Tony Khan looked uncomfortable. Like he was trying to be professional, all that, and welcome everybody. And say like, "Hello, everybody! I hope you guys are having a great time."
Ooh, motherfucker! You promised us this was going to be a pay-per-view event, bitch, not a fucking whatever special.
Yeah.
Who on you, man?
Also,
who on you, dude?
Also, there's still fucking people that are ripped off and want their money back, bitch.
For real.
You think anybody's going to come to Grand Slam Australia next year? Yeah,
If
sure.
there even is one.
Right.
Which is why we have AEW's Double or Nothing moving away from Las Vegas over where now? Phoenix?
Nope, Glendale, Arizona, the
Glendale.
same town. Yeah. And to be fair, their arena, the desert arena, is slightly bigger in capacity as a comparison to the MGM arena.
And how is All in London going for next year?
They're not doing all in London. They're doing all in Texas.
Oh, that's right. How's All in Texas doing?
I don't have the numbers. Sorry, Juan. I can't answer that question. I'll get back to you later.
They can't hit Wembley anymore.
Bitch.
Bitch.
All right. Now let's get over to the match of the night. And this one was... it's going to take me a while to get... It's going to take me a while. Let's talk about it. Okay, so it's a trios match between the newly formed faction called the Ops, Samoa Joe, Hook, and Katsuyori Shibata, versus the Patriarchy, the team of Christian Cage, Nick Wayne, and Kip Sapien.
Okay, first off, what is this stupid-ass face Nick Wayne is doing?
I don't know.
I mean it. I mean it. This little shit.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
What is this?
Oh my god.
What is wrong with you people? This little jit, this little idiot, he doesn't need to be in a professional wrestling ring. He needs to be over in a fucking Abercrombie and Fitch fucking advertisement.
In a Hollister shop.
No, Abercrombie and Fitch.
Abercrombie.
As in fucking shirtless pretty boy who's quasi-pretty, but he's kind of got that weird bone structure that makes him kind of look a little funky. You've seen those fucking guys. Anytime you go in the mall and you see, if you go back past an Abercrombie and Fitch, if it still have a store, you see the guys. They look kind of like nice looking, but then if you look at their face from another angle, it looks completely fucking wrong. That's what Nick Wayne ought to be fucking doing. Get away from my wrestling, you silly moo. I am now officially inebriated. Thank you very much.
Sorry. All right.
What are you sorry for? I'm doing it to myself.
Yeah, you are doing it to yourself. No, fair point. All right, so getting back to the match. So this is obviously designed to introduce the Ops as a tag team. I don't know if it means the operatives or the
opposition.
Oh, the opposition. Ha, you done with OPP.
Yeah, you know me.
S.
Jose, it's slang right now, Jose.
I know, but the opposition, really?
Yeah.
That sounds about as... I don't know. I don't think the name has gripped me. It sounds about... It doesn't sound...
The opposite works, Jose.
Okay, fine.
It does work.
The match was fine. Samoa Joe, Katsuyori Shibata, and Hook, they had a pretty good moment where they pretty much took Nick Wayne to school and hit him with a series of fucking chops. Just chopping the shit out of him on his chest.
No, they should have chopped him out of the building and away from professional wrestling.
Oh, speaking of chops, I forgot to mention that
How old is he now? 12?
Wow.
Yeah, he's stupid young and he's pointless. Sorry, go on. You forgot to mention.
I forgot to mention that in the main event of NXT Vengeance Day, there was a moment where Bayley hit a tit slap onto Roxanne Perez at ringside.
She did a titty slap?
Yes!
A Tony Storm titty slap?
Yes!
Jesus fuck.
Oh my god!
Nick Wayne mean mugging looks about as tough as David Flair mean mugging. Yes, Dave's crazy look, guys, beat Nick's look. Holy fuck.
I mean, he's not wrong yet.
Yeah, no, David Flair had that locked down.
Yeah, so, alright, so I'll go ahead and get straight to the end. So Nick Wayne tries to go for the Wayne's World, but Hook was able to reverse it and lock in the Kata Hajime submission hold, and Samoa Joe was able to scare off Christian Cage from getting into the ring and saving his adopted son, who taps out to the submission hold, giving the good guys the victory. Your winners in their first trios match, the Ops.
All right. This sounds like this was a fine match.
What
was your problem with it?
I just want him to move on from this stupid storyline with the patriarchy. I'm tired of Hook feuding with Christian Cage.
Okay, yeah, that part. I was the same thing. Like, wait, those two are still at it?
Yeah, and Samoa Joe being involved makes no fucking sense. Shouldn't Samoa Joe get revenge on Chris Jericho for hurting him with a fucking forklift?
Shouldn't Samoa Joe be trying to shoot for the AEW World Championship?
Again?
Like, okay, and as far as Shibata goes, what?
Well, no, nothing against Shibata. He's doing great. What are you doing in AEW?
Alright, yeah, no, all in all, like I said...
The match is fine. I just done with this story. I'm done with this feud between Hook and Christian Cage.
Alright, now I understand. Okay, it's the story, it's the angle, it wasn't the wrestling. The wrestling was fine, and it was a good match, well done. It's just, yeah, these interactions between... like Christian and Hook. Okay, I totally understand that.
Thank you.
All right,
now,
because like I said, I was like, it can't have been the match if the way you were talking about it, because it sounded like it was good.
No. Now, the good news is that I did watch all of Dynamite. There were no shitty segments to actually bring up. So, to fill in a little bit of time, I do have one honorable mention from AEW Dynamite, and that is a really good women's match that they had. Chris Statlander versus Megan Bayne. Two powerhouse women going at each other.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Okay, so was this the only women's match of the night, though?
Yes. But they... No.
God damn it. What the fuck, Tony? You still believe in fucking cooties, don't you? Oh my fucking lord. This little pee-pee boy. This silly pee-pee little boy man. What the fuck? You can book more than one women's match, you fucking tool. Please, tell me about this one. Chris Statlander, Megan Bayne.
Oh no,
this looks like it was good.
It was good. These two women are incredible powerhouses. They no-sold each other's moves. They hit a bunch of power moves during this match. And in the end, of course, Megan Bayne was able to get the victory after some outside interference from Penelope Ford, who stuck her nose into Chris Statlander's business. And I thought that I think the victory would have been more powerful if Megan Bayne got a clean win, but sure, let's throw that in there.
What's Penelope Ford's deal?
She faced
beef with Chris?
Yes, she beefed with Chris last week.
Okay.
And then this is where it gets awkward because Thunder Rosa tries to, quote, save Chris Statlander, but, like, the way she was holding the chair is just so weird, and she tries to throw the chair at Megan Bayne, and Megan Bayne just, like, no-sells the chair shot.
What? Hold on.
It's so clunky.
Thunder Rosa tried to throw a steel chair at Megan Bayne.
Yeah. And Megan Bayne just no-sells it.
What? Did Thunder Rosa forget how to swing a steel chair? No, what? That's just too silly.
Yeah, it's like a little hesitation there, like, I'm coming, I got the steel chair, wait.
Oh, she was like, you know what, no.
Yeah, no, okay. Honorable mention for the match, but it also gets dishonorable because, well, that.
No, it's not that it's dishonorable. It's just like you said. If Megan Bayne got the win clean, that would have been fine, and that would have been a good match right there. Having interference from Penelope Ford does further the angle, but what the fuck was Thunder Rosa gonna do? Thunder Rosa, I love you, but for crying out loud, you're better than this. Come on.
Oh no, now Wancho, you're gonna have to file your complaint somewhere else because now we have the main event of AEW Dynamite, and this is a one-on-ones match for the Revolution International Championship Series as Roderick Strong, representing the Undisputed Kingdom, goes up against the beloved mascot of AEW, freshly squeezed Orange Cassidy. Kill me! I mean, thank you. But also kill me. All right. You know, I hate that he's really good at wrestling because Orange Cassidy really is a good wrestler. He actually knows his shit. And in the first first half of the match, Roderick Strong and Orange Cassidy go back and forth against each other. Orange Cassidy tries to hit a lot of reversals on Roderick Strong, hitting a series of small packages and near pinfalls onto the Messiah of the Backbreaker. But Roderick Strong was able to turn that momentum around, and when we got back from commercial break, Roderick Strong continued the punishment on Orange Cassidy, targeting the back. And he has Adam Cole, baby, and Kyle O'Reilly at ringside cheering him on.
Era.
No, it's Undisputed Kingdom. We can't say era.
They're not the Kingdom because they're not together with the Kingdom. Where's the fucking Kingdom? Where are they?
I don't know.
Then it's not the Undisputed Kingdom. They're the Undisputed Era minus Bobby Fish.
All right, but let's talk about the match. So Orange Cassidy was able to fire back. He gets whipped against the ropes. He tries to do a satellite DDT. Roderick Strong was able to counter in and tries to go for a vertical suplex. Orange Cassidy then reverses it, tries to go for a stun dog millionaire. Roderick Strong was able to counter it again, tries to go for another backbreaker, but then Orange Cassidy reverses it, whips against the ropes again, and hits the satellite DDT, only for Roderick Strong to get a 2 count. Great sequence of events. Move after move after move. Moves and counter moves.
All right, cool.
Yeah. And then Orange Cassidy then goes for the beach break. Roderick Strong was able to kick out of that. And then Roderick Strong was able to fight Orange Cassidy back and then hit his lumbar check, but Orange Cassidy was able to kick out of that. And then Roderick Strong tried to lock in the cloverleaf submission hold, and Orange Cassidy was able to get to the ropes in time to break up the hold. And then Orange Cassidy then tries to Hulk up, brother, Orange up, brother. Whatever. Yeah, no, it doesn't have the sing ring to it. He does his pocket shit, and then he does the drop kick, and then he hits another beach break and then he hits another satellite DDT onto Roderick Strong.
Man.
Yeah, and then he finally hits the orange punch onto Roderick Strong to pin and win. Your winner and advancing in the International Championship Series at Revolution, freshly squeezed Orange Cassidy. Thank you. But then, as Tony Schiavone tries to go for a post-match interview with Orange Cassidy, we hear the ominous brown note of the entrance theme of Don Callis and his family.
Are you kidding me?
Konosuke Takeshita and Mark Davis, the newest member of the family, run down to the ring and lay a beat down on Orange Cassidy before.
No, I just noticed what you fucking said.
And then out comes Kenny Omega, the best bout machine, to lay waste onto the members of the Don Callis family. And
you don't have a picture of that one?
No. And the show ends with Kenny Omega standing over. Actually, no, I forgot. I did say Takeshita. Yeah, Konosuke Takeshita. And Kenny Omega stands with the AEW International title over his shoulders to close off the show.
You gotta be shitting me.
So next week on Dynamite, Orange Cassidy will be facing Konosuke Takeshita for the title, and whoever wins faces Kenny Omega at Revolution.
What the hell? No, what? No, Kenny Omega, why is he after? Whoever wins the International Championship? He should have been part of folding it in with the tournament to begin with. What the fuck?
Or just keep it simple, just have him just face Konosuke Takeshita for the International title, since Kenny Omega's feuding with the Don Callis family. It doesn't make sense.
Jeez.
Make it make sense, Tony Khan.
Why the fuck does he do this? This fucking unnecessary flop around with the sequencing for tournaments, bro. I swear to God, bro.
It's an excuse.
He's ripping me off.
No, I know what it is. It's an excuse to get Orange Cassidy.
The Attitude Era, bro.
It's an excuse to get Orange Cassidy on TV.
I'm a Stone Cold, bro.
Anyway, so you know what? Let's wash our hands clean of this, and let's go ahead and talk about this week's edition of TNA Impact.
All right. If I'm not mistaken, TNA Impact came to us tonight live from the Full Sail University.
That's right, the old stomping grounds of the black and gold years of WWE NXT.
All right, so this is very indicative of the commingling and co-meshing of TNA and WWE. All right, the fact that they're walking on these guys' turf.
Exactly. And to open up this incredible live edition of TNA Impact, the fans of Orlando, Florida were treated to a delight. Were treated to a performance. They were treated to a live encore championship concert with the TNA World Champion. Say his name and he appears. I believe in Joe Hendry.
I believe in Joe Hendry.
That's right. Joe Hendry, the TNA World Champion, the prestigious one, treats the Orlando fans to an incredible live encore concert. Where is he? There he is. Damn, on a little delay there, are we?
Dramatic appearance.
Oh my God. So Joe Hendry, he sang his tunes, he played his concert, and a lot of his lyrics were more directed at his time at the Royal Rumble.
And you know you would have won if it weren't for Roman Reigns or something like that. Well, I mean,
he took a shot at Roman Reigns. He took an indirect shot at John Cena.
Like, okay, he's bragging. He's allowed to brag. He's the TNA World Champion representing TNA, making an appearance at the Royal Rumble. And, like, yeah, no, that was, like, something unpredictable. Like, oh, shit. What do these crazy fuckers have planned? Oh, no, there's no way that he's going to beat any of these big guys. But at the same time, the fact that he shared the ring with Roman Reigns, with John Cena, that went ahead and elevated Joe Hendry, and by extension, the rest of TNA, to a new level.
Hells yeah, but...
So he represented, he moved on, he sang.
And he finishes off his concert, or rather tried to, by singing the lyrics that he's going to defend, that he's going to defend the TNA World Championship every week. But out to interrupt the proceedings is, I kid you not, I wish I had a picture of it, the former WWE Tag Team Champions, the Colones. Eddie Colon and Orlando Colon, formerly known as Primo and Epico, also formerly known as Los Matadores, Diego and Fernando Sans Torito.
What the fuck did you just say? All right, I'm a little elevated here at the moment, so what the fuck?
Oh yeah,
Sorry, no. All the different personas that the Colon brothers had. Like you threw 6 names at my face, and my brain is like, okay.
So Eddie and Orlando Colon, they are real life relatives of WWE superstar Carlito. And they interrupted Joe Hendry, calling themselves real professionals, and they don't do any of that hokey stuff that Joe Hendry does. And they were trying to.
Are you fucking kidding me, boy?
They were trying to cut their promo, but the fans ate them alive by chanting, "Where's Carlito?
Where's Carlito?" Oh, that was priceless. The fact that they folded under that. God damn. That is so ratchet of them.
And Eddie Colon got on the mic and he responded by saying, "Tu madre."
Wow, seriously? That's the best he can do? The best he can do is your mama?
But not to be outdone. Yep, these are the Colons. These are Primo and Epico.
Okay, and yeah.
Oh yeah, they were also known as the Shining Star of the Caribbean.
Oh my god, that hurt.
That hurt.
Because of how bland it was.
But not to be outdone, we get another WWE alumni appearance from the former United States champion, Elijah, formerly known as Elias.
This was a shock. And the moment he came on, my brain turned on like, oh my god. Don't ever let Tony Khan know this happened. Because isn't Elijah also signed to Ring of Honor?
You know what? Let me do something.
Just in like a temporary contract with them for the time being.
Let me do some impromptu fact check.
Please do, because this is scandalous if I didn't know better. And I want you guys to try to follow me on this. So, think of it. Elijah used to work at WWE under the name Elias. He started working with, what's the name of that faction that he's with now?
What, in Ring of Honor?
Yes, in Ring of Honor.
The Righteous.
Yes, the Righteous ones. The Righteous. And it's like a weird madness cult kind of thing, all the Wyatt family, which is cool in its own way. And that's Ring of Honor, which is part of
here it is. According to
part
Wikipedia.
of AEW.
According to Wikipedia, on February 7th, it was reported by Dave Meltzer of the Wrestling Observer newsletter that Elijah had signed a deal with Ring of Honor. However, on February 12th, Fightful Select contradicted Meltzer's report, stating that Elijah was not signed to Ring of Honor.
$14.99, please, for the Wrestling Observer newsletter. You fucking clown ass, fucking the mush mouth ass, old ass, acid ass, break ass, Californian ass, fucking marijuana ass, acid ass. That's what you get, boy. That is what you get for making dumbass assumptions. You keep gobbling this shit, and we clown on you for it. Yo, if anyone knows PWT, I wish we could throw flutes in the chat over here on the Ravens flock, but we don't have flutes.
No, but we got a $1.99 super sticker.
Thank you, Genie Rick. Holy shit. Thank you for that, behind the scenes. Thank you, Genie Rick. And by the way, Genie Rick, we did see right as we were closing that you dropped 2 more $1.99 super chats at the end.
We truly appreciate it. Thank you so much. Yeah, and also shout out to Sarah Serenity.
Yes, she had no business passing us any flipping
y'all are too nice, I swear. All right. But
we got flutes! We got flutes!
Yay!
Oh, thank you, Jose! Thank you!
Of course.
For the Dave Meltzer shit. Flutes in the chat!
Happy to help, Juan. So, and then out came the TNA Director of Authority, Santino Marella, who scheduled a main event. It'll be the Colons taking on the musical duo of TNA World Champion Joe Hendry and Elijah.
This was fucking maddening. Like I was trying to say, this was like a once-in-a-lifetime kind of mashup. I don't know if Elijah is doing a stint for a couple weeks with TNA, or if he's trying to get his foot back in the door with WWE, or something along those lines. You were trying to help with the goal that I put down, like 5 super chats.
Aww,
we appreciate it.
You're awesome. All right,
so fucking like the fact that we got this happening, like. This doesn't fucking happen every day.
But also, let's also give a shout out to the Colons. They're an underrated. They were an underrated tag team in WWE because they're really good in the ring.
They really are, and it's a damn shame that they didn't really get much to work with, considering that their former boss thought that the best thing for them was to put them in Conquistador, Matador, fucking masks and wrestle as if they were Spanish matadors.
Listen, dude, it was corny when you did it to Tito Santana back in 1990, but at least that gimmick made more sense over there than in 2013!
When matadors are Spaniard and the Colons are Boricua! You idiot!
Thank you, it's culturally incorrect!
How do you get racist stereotypes wrong?
He's stupid, that's why. Alright, so let's get
it's like I guess that's one thing that he and Hulk Hogan still bond over, the fact that they both do racism wrong.
Alright, now now let's get to the exciting match. Now, admittedly, there were a lot of exciting matches on TNA Impact, but I have a personal bias. This is my pick for the exciting match, and it's a knockouts match featuring Li Ying Lee, the former WWE superstar Xia Li, taking on the demon assassin Rosemary. And it was fucking brutal. I fucking love this shit. It's martial arts versus hardcore madness.
Tell us about it.
Rosemary, of course, locks in her trademark move. She gets that neck lock that she does on her opponents, where it looks like the tarantula lock, but not really.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah, it's so good. And I can't call her Li Ying Lee. It's just too weird. So I'm gonna call her Xia Li. So Xia Li was able to fight back, hits a series of combination strikes, lots of forearm strikes, and she also does like the 10-count punches on the turnbuckle. The fans were loving it. The fans were really popping for Xia Li because, of course, you know, she's part of the old WWE alumni, so that's nice. Rosemary, of course, continued the action, continued the punishment, but then Lei Ying Li was able to turn it around, and she hits a beautiful inverted spinning torture rack slam, but was only able to get a 2 count on Rosemary. And after some more back and forth action, Lei Ying Li was able to reverse one of Rosemary's moves and hits a spinning tornado kick, which is called the Thunderstruck, to pin and win. Your winner, Xia Li, or rather Lei Ying Li.
God damn. Rosemary did a showing, but man, wasn't enough.
But unfortunately, Rosemary got the last laugh because in the post-match, as Lei Ying Li was leaving ringside, Rosemary turned her around and sprayed a green mist at Lei Ying Li, blinding the Warrior.
Shit.
We got ourselves a hot TNA feud here right now, and I am all for it. Sorry, I am 100% biased in favor for Rosemary, so any match she's in is fucking awesome.
Nerd.
Shut up! Don't you have Jordan Grace pictures to stare at?
Maybe later. No comment. I plead the fifth.
Yo, Juancho.
That's how you plead the fifth properly, Jose. You know?
Oh, Juan, you pleading the fifth is just about as effective as Hulk Hogan making a racist joke.
Next segment.
All right, let's get to the exciting segment of the night.
I was like, I'm too ashamed to try to fight back like this.
Now let's get to the exciting segment of the night as we hear from the Northern Armory with their new leader, the world-class maniac, Eric Young.
Why aren't we pushing Eric Young? Okay, what's up this time?
Now, on the one hand, it is difficult to try and cut a promo after you've wrapped up a program with a wrestler who is leaving the company, who has left TNA Impact.
Yeah, it was a little tough.
Yeah, but Eric Young was able to cut a solid promo. He addressed that Josh Alexander represented the past, and that he was part of, and he was pretty much part of a weak system, and that Eric Young took the Northern Armory away from him, and that the Northern Armory are now, like, with a new leader of Eric Young, they're now going to be a much better force to be reckoned with.
You think that's what it takes? You think that's what it was?
Well, it certainly wasn't the Casey Jones hockey masks.
Mm-hmm.
I don't give a fuck what you say. I love the design of the hockey masks. They're cool. I want one. I fucking want one.
I just want Casey Jones hockey masks. I get it, but that doesn't mean that they're the reason why these guys work.
No. But Eric Young can make it work. Eric Young has already proven that he's a really good ringleader. Case in point, his work with Sanity and Violent by Design.
He's pushing Eric Young.
And he's just honestly really good at being very dramatic and being very, how do I call it, poignant in his promos.
Okay, I think I get it. I think I get what you mean.
Yeah.
Yeah, he comes across and communicates for these guys better.
Yeah, exactly. And now let's get to the match of the night. And we were supposed to have a wrestling match involving a former TNA world champion, a former history maker who's now canceled. But let's talk about this. So we were supposed to get the in-ring TNA Impact debut, or re-debut, of Tessa Blanchard. But there was some shit that happened. So backstage, the medics of TNA were tending to Xia Li getting green misted. Tessa Blanchard was trying to shoehorn her way into trying to get a quick impromptu physical exam before getting into the ring. The medic was not doing it because he had to prioritize. So Tessa Blanchard, fed up, just walked up to the stage, not wearing her ring gear, and she says that she is not competing because the medic didn't clear her to compete. And then she got roasted by the Full Sail fans.
She's a racist! She's a racist! She's a racist!
Yeah, she got really bad. They chanted she's a racist. They chanted Blanchard or Tessa go away or Tessa go home or some shit like that. And Tessa tried to fight back the fans saying hi, you say that right now, but you paid your ticket to see me, so shut up.
No, we paid our tickets to see Joe Hendry, bitch.
Oh!
We paid our tickets to see Masha Slamovich, to see Eric Young, to see Sami Callihan, to see fucking Ash and Heather by Elegance.
To see Xia Li.
For fuck's sake, bitch. TNA moved on without you, motherfucker.
And then I can't
Jesus
remember.
Christ, for real, get over yourself.
Say you were sorry, you dumbass.
And then, as she was interrupted by Santino Marella's music, she was trying to say something else while the music was playing. I can't catch it. I don't know if it was worked or shoot. I have to go back and listen to it. But Santino Marella was clearly pissed off that Tessa Blanchard was pulled another one and was not clear to wrestle. And so he declared that on next week's edition of TNA Impact, if Tessa Blanchard does not get in the ring and wrestle, she is fired from Total Nonstop Action Wrestling.
Good.
But
Fire her ass.
But, of course, then out comes the TNA Knockouts World Champion Masha Slamovich saying that she has her ring gear on, and if they need a match, she'll go ahead and fill in for the match. And so Masha Slamovich went down and had a squash match against a local by the name of Millie Moore or whatever. She made quick work of that bitch. She hit her with a spike pile driver to pin and win. And then she was ambushed by NXT's Cora Jade.
Oh my god!
So much shit happening. What the fuck?
What the fuck?
Cora Jade attacks Masha Slamovich and hits her with the double R DDT in the middle of the ring. And then she walks away in her sassy, bitchy fashion. And she has a little bit of a one-on-one stare down with Tessa Blanchard.
Oh god, please, Cora, please. I'm begging you. Put this cunt out of my misery. Please.
So yeah, everything else that happened
Rosemary
after
never has bad matches. Lee was not bad either. Love the last minute miss. Rosemary got all the heat.
Yeah.
Very well said. If you said
so everything that happened after Tessa announcing that she was not wrestling, that was fun. But Tessa Blanchard herself, like, man, she got eaten alive by those fans. She was trying, but she could not get away from the I don't think you could use crowd apathy to describe the reaction.
You're kidding.
Ugh. No, Wancho, what's a level higher than crowd apathy?
No. Apathy is the closest thing to it. No. It wasn't apathy. It was disdain.
Disdain. Yeah, the fans chewed her out vociferously.
If it was apathy, then they wouldn't have reacted to her at all.
Oh, no. You know what? You're right. As soon as she got on the mic, the fans reacted accordingly against her.
Fuck her.
You sure about... Well, I'm not going to touch that subject. But anyways.
She gets her head on straight, then maybe. I don't fucking know.
And, of course, but not to be outdone, we do have a really, really bad segment. And it's supposed to be the beginning of a new talkie segment featuring First Class.
What?
I forgot the name of the talkie segment, but AJ Francis introduces himself again with Casey Navarro.
We know who you are!
We know who you are. And he introduces his new talk segment, and he runs down all the guests who are there in his talk segment, including, I kid you not, Noelle Foley, the daughter of WWE hardcore icon Mick Foley. How the fuck did you con her into this?
For real. Hold on. The moment as they said that it was Noelle over here, I was over here thinking to myself, oh, please let Mick come out and stomp these idiots out in their face. Please. I will be a happy boy. Please.
Yeah, and then he tries to pull a really bad bait and switch, and he tries to tease people that he's announcing someone phenomenal, someone who used to be a TNA, and just as he was about to say AJ Styles, he goes, AJ Francis. Like,
oh
wow.
My God!
Wow, you're so clever.
Wow. Fuck you, Tubby.
Yeah, I don't really have much else to say. This is just a bad segment, and I don't like First Class. They're stupid.
How fucking
And they're taking up TV time. Ugh. All right, let's go ahead and move on. Fuck this shit.
God almighty.
Now, before we get to the main event, we do have an honorable mention from TNA. And this is actually twofold because it also involves NXT. And this honorable mention goes to the surprise appearance of NXT champion Oba Femi. Okay, let me explain.
Yes, please fill this one in. Jesus, what?
So after JDC beat Leon Slater in a no DQ match thanks to help from the system, the Hardy Boys came down to help Leon Slater fight off against the system, but the numbers advantage was too much for the Hardys. So then out comes Oba Femi, the NXT champion, to get down there and even the odds for the babyfaces, and knocks out every member of the system except for Moose. Moose hightailed it from the ring, and this is just a cool visual. Moose the NXT champion, standing in the ring with the Hardys.
Yo, what the fuck? And there's
Obafemi has crossed the line. What is the Nigerian king doing in the Impact Zone?
Shoot me. I was actually kind of excited, and then you took the piss out of it. I hope you're proud of yourself. Dare you?
But it was still fun. It's still great. I like it. All right. Now let's get over to the main event. That's the main event, of course, which we had mentioned earlier, that was scheduled by order of Santino Marella. The Colognes going up against Elijah and the TNA World Champion, the prestigious one, Joe Hendry.
God damn.
Now,
oh my god! Like I'm still like fucking losing my booty hole on this one. Holy shit!
Now this was an incredible tag team main event. The Colognes, of course, the TNA fans who are not aware of the Colognes' reputation. The Colognes showed off a bit of their wrestling chops against Joe Hendry and Elijah, and they did put up a pretty good fight. And Joe Hendry and Elijah, despite never having ever tag teamed, actually had some pretty good. It was able to gel pretty well together as a thrown together tag team at the last minute.
God damn, yeah. No, these two guys worked out pretty fucking simpatico.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Joe Hendry, of course, hit his trademark moves. He hit his comeback. He hit his fallaway slam plus the kip up and the camera zoom in, which the fans love.
I know, like Joe Hendry's got this going down. So, also he said to saying, Noelle Foley could go full on crazy chair shots on opponents in her first few TNA matches. Please, no chairs to Rosemary or Masha's heads, though. I doubt that Noelle went over to TNA to take bumps. I'm pretty sure they just hired her as like a cameo for the segment or whatever.
Yeah.
That's probably it. I don't think she's getting in the ring anytime soon.
But that being said, after a brilliant effort from the Colognes, the match ends with Elijah hitting the Tombstone Piledriver on one of the members to pick up the victory. Your winners, Elijah and the TNA World Champion, Joe Hendry. Juan, your thoughts on the main event since you saw it with me?
The main event was so cool. I actually got to see Elijah moving around and fucking running in action for the first time in a long time. But this just left one glaring problem. Where is Elijah's little brother Ezekiel? What?
Or we just
guys not consider whether or not if I wanted to speak with Zeke?
Oh God!
Well, you think I forgot? I haven't forgotten.
And that about does it. Juan, go ahead and ring the bell.
Don't mind if I do. Wait, what? Wrong one. There we go.
All right, so final thoughts on this week's edition of TNA Impact. Pretty solid show. We got a great appearance from Elijah. We got a great appearance from the Colognes. Happy to be here. Happy to see the WWE alumni making their return at Full Sail.
Special guest appearance by Obafemi.
Yeah!
Jade.
Cora Jade continues to wreak havoc on Masha Slamovich. And the knockouts match between Rosemary versus Lei Ying Lee. Still one of my favorite. Still an exciting match, and I'll watch it again over and over and over, and it's amazing. Tessa Blanchard, though, like, there's no way she's going to be able to get away from the nuclear level of heat that she has generated since returning to TNA. I don't know what's going to work at this point.
Like, what is it going to take? Is it, like, are we literally hoping on Tessa Blanchard to get a rub from Cora Jade to make people like her?
I have no idea what's going to happen.
And get them to forget about her being a fucking racist?
I think this is TNA's trying to capitalize on Tessa Blanchard's heat and portraying her as this like arrogant knockout who helped put TNA on the map
and refuses to work unless when she's Brock Lesnaring. Is that it?
I think so. Yeah.
Is she Brock Lesnaring?
I think this is TNA.
She's got a Bork laser.
I think this is TNA and Tessa Blanchard's attempt at capitalizing in crowd apathy.
No, disdain. It wasn't
crowd disdain. Sorry, they're trying to capitalize on it.
No, they can't capitalize on that shit without addressing that fuck. But points for trying, I guess. I suppose.
Now, this week's edition of AEW Dynamite, massive improvement over last week's edition. Great opening promo setting up for MJF versus Adam Page at Revolution. The main event, I'll be honest, just because it was a main event, that doesn't mean that it was exciting. But it was still a great wrestling match between Orange Cassidy and Roderick Strong. I would be lying if I said that I didn't enjoy it, especially the series of sequences and reversals between these guys. These guys are really good in-ring technicians. Thank you! Get the fuck off my screen! Anyways.
I was like, why the hell weren't you stopping me? Why the hell weren't you like? Okay, I guess you were.
Because I'm like you. No. I'm trying not to be easily distracted.
You're in flow. You're in the middle of a thought process.
Exactly.
You want to get your words out of your brain, out of your face hole. That way, you have that out of the way before you can deal with me being a goof.
Yes. And of course, my favorite was, of course, Powerhouse Hobbs destroying Big Bill on that awesome street fight. Just
with
throwing
facts and logic.
Yeah, just throwing Big Bill onto the freaking barbed wire. Fuck yeah, get that guy out of here. And everything else was good. And I love Timeless Toni Storm's in-ring promo, and it was fantastic. I love to see where she goes as the 2-time women's world champion.
So only time will tell.
Only time will tell. Yeah. And now this week's edition of WWE NXT, the fallout from Vengeance Day, was also good. The main event, of course, was great. Jordynne Grace. I never thought that a day would come when I referred to Jordynne Grace as a WWE superstar, but here we are.
We made it. It happened. It's happening. It's so beautiful.
And it's not just that, but it's also TNA's X Division champion Moose crossing the line, challenging Obafemi.
You're using the fucking thing, Jose! Oh my god! Jesus Christ!
Title of your next wrestling pay-per-view, WWE TNA presents Cross the Line.
No! Don't give them any stupid ideas! No. It's so cringe. Just because I happen to like WWE over AEW doesn't mean I'm gonna find this any less cringe.
But it has less syllables than the prohibited portal.
No. Cringe. Cringe comes in all shapes and sizes, and it does not discriminate.
And of course, I love the tag match with Sol Ruka and Zarya continuing to gel and continuing to try to strengthen their bond as a tag team. And maybe as friends. As long as they don't knock over each other's ice cream.
Yeah, that's going to keep happening.
CM Punk would not like that.
No, he would not.
All right.
Vicente saying Tessa could get beat to shit for weeks, then maybe fans will pop for her again after fighting back.
All right. So I don't
even think that would be enough.
So as far as announcements goes, I don't have really anything else to add. Tune in next week as we return to our regular format. And don't forget, folks, to tune in this Saturday afternoon for another edition of Los Amigos Play, where we will continue A Plague Tale Innocence, and for another exciting edition of The Ravens Flock, which is at 7:30 p.m. Eastern. But until then, Juan, plug us away.
Don't mind if I do. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and everybody in between, thank you very much for watching this week's live stream edition of Wrestle Rewind, hosted by Jose Casabona, as he reviews for you the best and the worst of 3 of the most exciting professional wrestling programs in North America today: WWE's NXT, AEW Dynamite, and TNA Impact. Step into the ring every Thursday night at 10 p.m. Eastern Time, live simulcasting on YouTube and Kick. Hit the subscribe and the follow button, ring the notification bell to stay up to date on all of our content. Become an interflocker by hitting the join button, and until next time, continue to follow us on Facebook.com/TheRavensFlock, Twitter.com/RavensFlock13, Instagram.com/TheRavensFlockOnline, Kick.com/TheRavensFlock, and of course, remember to hit the subscribe button and ring that tiny little notification bell right here on our flagship platform, YouTube.com/TheRavensFlock, humble home of the Black Files, Los Amigos Play, Wrestle Rewind, and The Ravens Flock.
All right, thank you, folks, for tuning in to another exciting edition of of Wrestle Rewind. For Mr. Juan Arouse, I'm Jose Casabona, and this is Wrestling.